Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is KJ Sharp. I am the CEO and Development Specialist for Sharp Turns LLC and the Sharp Turns World Stage Development Project. So today we're on, I think, our 6th session of Becoming Fire, How to Transform Your Trauma. And so today I want to do something different. One, I really wanted to wear this blue wig. It's awesome. I just feel cute, girl. I feel cute. But today's session is about laughter and healing. A lot of times, when you think about becoming fire, it's not always about doing this really deep emotional work. Sometimes it's just about finding the fun. I'm wearing this wig today because I saw it on Amazon and I was like, that might be fun to wear. So, I'm gonna do this thing that I used to do practical jokes all the time on my kids, and I know I'm healing and recovering because now I'm ready to do practical jokes again. So don't tell my granddaughter and my grandson, but I'm gonna wear this wig to pick them up, and I'm gonna take them to the store and everything in this wig because I love to see people laugh. When my 2 oldest were younger, I would do crazy stuff with them. I made those, those paper dolls, the paper cutout dolls, and they go like this. And I cut them up and made them into glasses for the kids and for me. And then I had these straws in my head because we were playing Alien. And so I got on the bus like that. And it was so funny because I turned around, I was paying, the kids went to sit down and they had on their ears and their antennas and everything. And so they went to sit down and I go put the money in the thing and turn around, and this guy is getting ready to get on the bus and he sees me looking crazy with these paper doll glasses and these antennas in my head. And I'm not thinking that I look crazy. I just didn't think I looked crazy. I thought this is normal. And so I turned around and I looked at him and he backed up off the bus. He didn't get on the bus that day. So I'm looking forward to going around in this wig and just making people smile and, look at me crazy. And that's okay. And see, that's the thing. You got to find reasons to laugh. And you got to find ways to find joy. One of the things I do is I love comedians. Dion Cole cracks me up. I can't name all the other ones because I watch Dry Bar comedy. I watch that, and when I'm feeling down or when I've watched a show that's very intense and I don't want to go to sleep on all that kind of negative energy, I will find a comedian to watch. So you got to find something that makes you laugh so hard your stomach hurts. You got to find something that gives you joy. And I bought this wig because I think I look cute, y'all. I think I look cute. When I was putting it on, I was reminded of my cousin Dee. She's my favorite cousin, hands down. Her name is Deetra Payton. I'm calling you out, Dee. And she is so comical. And when we were kids, she lived in New Jersey. I lived in Pennsylvania. And her and her mom, sister, brothers, family, would come down to visit. And sometimes she would get to stay the night or the weekend. And we had this thing. I created this story called, this character called Rochana Sue Roach Roach. Yes, that was her name. She ate roaches. She cooked roaches. That was her name, Rochana Sue Roach Roach. And so Dee, that's disgusting. But Dee and I would have this whole, she just got on board with it. And we just would have this whole, we would play this for hours. And we just have this whole conversation as these characters. And I forgot the name of her character. But she was Rochana Sue Roach's friend. And that's been Dee for me in my life. I would always come up with this strange stuff and these crazy characters, and she would get involved, and it was as normal to her as it was to me. So when I put on this wig today, I was like, this is a wig Rochana Sue Roach Roach will wear. It would have all kinds of stuff in it though, but it is a wig she'd wear. Anyway, so life is full of stories, and we humans tend to focus more on the horror stories than the ones that make us laugh. There is a scripture, and I'm not a name the verse and all that stuff, but I remember it saying, whatsoever things are good, pure, honest, of good report, etc., think on these things. And so if we're going to become fire, one of the things we got to think on is those things that give us joy, those things that make us happy. It's going to make me happy to sit in the car picking up my granddaughter, and they call her out, and she's going to look at me crazy because I'm going to have on this wig, and I'm going to be looking at her like it is the most normal thing in the world that grandma wears giant blue hair. And then I'm going to take her to the store. I used to play practical jokes. I used to play practical jokes on my second husband, because he was always so serious, always very spiritual. So I had to lighten the mood, and so always playing practical jokes on him. And so one day he comes home from work. He had a routine. Comes home, takes a shower, comes in the room. Our bed had a cabinet on it, like a hutch thing, and so he would open the hutch, he would get his lotion without even looking at it, and then he'd lotion his legs or whatever, his elbows, whatever. So one day I decided to, I was homeschooling the kids, and those Chia Pet things, well, they had something like that, but it was just a stocking with dirt and seeds in it, and it had grown and stuff, and I decided to replace the bottle of lotion with the Chia Pet thing, and just watch my husband's reaction. So he's taking a shower, not on his underwear and stuff, and he comes in the room, and I'm just talking to him, keeping him engaged so he doesn't actually look in the cabinet. He rarely did, but sometimes. So I'm keeping him engaged in conversation. The kids are in the room so that he doesn't look in the cabinet. And so he opens the cabinet without looking, and he pulls out this Chia Pet thing, and it had the eyes on it. The stockings had eyes on it, those googly eyes that go like this. And so he pulls it out, and the eyes are shaking and looking at him. And the kids and I are just weak laughing because he's stunned. He's just looking at this thing with his eyes looking at him. And then he looks around at all of us and he says, I know nobody did this but your mother. And then that cracked up the kids some more. So you got to find things in your life that make you laugh. And you got to think about those things. I think about a story. I have a friend. We are going to be, I just started doing some outline for a book we are working on called The Adventures of Super Charlie, because my friend has these weird things that happen in his life. And what gave me the idea for the book was one day he went out to work and didn't realize that there was a stocking, not a Christmas stocking, a woman's stocking, mine, stuck in his shoe. And so he goes to the bus stop with this stocking trailing in his shoe, and it's raining, and gets on the bus with the stocking trailing in his shoe, and he gets to work with the stocking trailing in his shoe. How nobody knew it, or maybe they knew and thought it was funny and didn't say anything, but yeah, that began my he finally noticed it and took it out and threw it away. But it was just funny that he's walking around with this stocking trailing behind him. That's kind of like telling all your business, like, I know what you did. That woman's stocking is still in your shoe. So funny things like that. I love to laugh. I grew up in a house full of practical jokers. My brothers used to joke each other and everybody that came through the house. When my brother first met my second husband, he opens the door. My husband always wore shoes, never wore sneakers, always had on a suit jacket, no matter how hot it was. And so he had on the suit jacket with the patches. It's a tan suit jacket, brown patches on the sleeve. And so my brother opens the door. He's meeting him for the first time. He opens the door. He looks at him and he says, "Bob Barker, come on down." And I bust out laughing. My husband just looked like, seriously, this is happening. I'm like, I warned you, Nate has no chill. So I grew up in a family like that, and I actually was like that with my own children. They finally got me on a practical joke one day. I came home from work, and my baby girl meets me at the door. "Mom, can I have some water?" And I'm like, "All of these people in this house, and can't nobody get you no water. You're good." So I'm like, spazzing. And at the same time, going to the kitchen to get her a drink of water from the spigot. And I didn't realize that, why are all the kids following me to get this girl a drink of water? That never occurred to me. One, because I just came home from work and I'm fussing because all of these people in the house and they can't get you a glass of water. So I'm turned on the faucet and looking at this water in this glass, and I'm standing there and I'm like, why am I getting wet? And I'm just standing there like, water is I'm like getting this shower. My daughter, my oldest daughter, had tied down the I don't know what you call it. It's the thing on the faucet that sprays, the sprayer thing. She had tied it down so that when you turned on the faucet, the water would spray the person. And I'm like standing there, it's water all over me before I realized, oh, they got me this time. So find the things, recall the things in your life that made you laugh, that gave you joy. And if you don't have anything, then it's time you find some things. Start looking at dry bar comedy, or pick a comedian. Deion Cole, I think, is hilarious. I can't give you any other names. Fluffy, I forget his real name, Iglesias, something like that. He's funny. I just started watching this show with can't remember his name. Sorry, don't have that great a memory. But I look great in this wig. Okay, so today's lesson is, we're gonna do one exercise before I go. Get a piece of paper. I'm gonna give you a few minutes. You just need a blank piece of paper. Blank piece of paper. And you need a pen, a colored pencil, a marker. I'm gonna use a marker so you guys can see. This is the exercise I did in a little mini conference that I went to. One of the speakers did this exercise, and I thought it was a lot of fun. So let's add some fun to your life. It's participation. You got your piece of paper, right? Good. You're gonna take that piece of paper and you're gonna put it on your head. Oh, I love this wig. It's so fluffy. And then you're gonna draw a circle. That's gonna be a face. Now draw two eyes. And draw a triangle for a nose. Then draw some ears. 2 ears. And some hair. I'm gonna make my hair fluffy and curly. Lots of fluffy curly hair. Okay. Now let's take the picture down and see what you drew. Oh wait, I forgot. Gotta put a smile on it. Hold on. Smile. Okay. Ready? To share with you, this is a picture I drew. It's really funny because it's not that bad. Yeah, my ear is a little off. There's my smile on the side of my mouth, and what's funny about that is I usually smile like sometimes it just hits one side of my mouth. I don't know. There's my nose. So this was a fun exercise, and it's so funny because it really sometimes kind of shows where you are. And I look relatively happy in this picture. You have a great, happy, wonderful day. See you next time at Sharp Turns. Love you. Bye-bye. I don't think it's cutting off. Oh, let me tell you how funny that was. I'm touching it like I got a touch screen. I don't have a touch screen. Have a good day.